Hello guys, welcome to the Alrasta channel, where I can talk about and explain SwallowedStar episode 184's exciting story. In the previous episode, we saw Luo Feng successfully defeat 12 immortals affiliated with the insect race. Luo Feng mercilessly slaughtered them with the help of the star-eating plant. Not only that, Luo Feng even defeated one of the immortal Marquis, one of the strongest warriors on Misty Sand Island named Fen Ya. In that battle, Luo Feng ultimately summoned the golden-horned behemoth to secure victory. Before entering the Yanji mainland and leaving Misty Sand Island, Luo Feng was asked by his master to develop and create new techniques. The master would also guide Luo Feng during that time. What happens next? Alright, without further ado, let's dive straight into the story. After thousands of years on Misty Sand Island, Luo Feng can see his new technique beginning to take shape. This ultimate technique combines the golden-horned behemoth and Shi Wu to create an attack technique. However, it can also be used as a sword attack. Luo Feng feels that this technique will be very useful in the future. Needless to say, creating it was no easy feat, nor something that could be achieved in a day. Luo Feng also needed to think outside the box. Therefore, during training, he plunged straight into battle to test the technique while it was still in development. Luo Feng has been fighting on Misty Sand Island for thousands of years, controlling the golden-horned behemoth and Shu Wu's wings. He is known to the warriors of Misty Sand Island as the Silver-Winged Immortal King, a mysterious monster with the power of an immortal king who has never clashed with the human race. However, the Silver-Winged King is a terrifying nightmare for immortal Marquis-level warriors from the demon, insect, and machine races. Many of them have fallen victim to his powerful silver wings. Consequently, the human race regards him as a fortunate being who provides them with aid. Throughout his journey, Luo Feng has always walked with unwavering confidence deep within his heart. Driven by a strong resolve to protect those around him, he is certain that he will create his ultimate technique. As he was lost in thought, Luo Feng recalled the words of the Chaos City Lord, who had once said that the technique Luo Feng had created would only be suitable for himself. Although he had only created one technique, it was sufficient for Luo Feng's use for the foreseeable future. The master asked what the name of the new technique Luo Feng had created was. When it came to names, Luo Feng drew inspiration from the people of Earth, specifically the Chinese, who often placed their hopes on the full moon. After reflecting on his original purpose during his journey through various battles as a warrior, which felt like a dream, Luo Feng's resolve remained unwavering, despite having endured an extremely long period of time. Therefore, Luo Feng decided to name his newly created technique the Bright Moon Policy, which had finally been successfully completed. After creating the technique, Luo Feng left Misty Sand Island and set off for the main continent. Meanwhile, warriors of various races, including mouse-like creatures, cried tears of joy. After 1,000 years of terror under the Silver-Winged King, they could finally relax. The terrifying creature had recently ceased its attacks. Its whereabouts were unknown, but the situation had begun to calm down. During the journey, Babata explained that the main continent of Yanji was very different from Misty Sand Island. There were many powerful immortal warriors scattered throughout the continent. If Luo Feng were to be targeted by such powerful creatures, he would definitely be in danger. However, that was not a problem for Luo Feng. From his previous experiences with several treasures, most of them hinted that Luo Feng must enter the main continent of Yanji, which was the most dangerous place. So even though it was dangerous, Luo Feng had to do it. After entering the main continent and heading toward the human race's base, Luo Feng, who was now near the base, could see strange carvings on a massive gate wall. The original inhabitants of the Yanji continent had actually been wiped out millions of years ago. However, some of the carvings they left behind were quite mysterious and contained a vague power that had yet to be deciphered. In the past, when the 7th extraterritorial battlefield was opened, Powerful warriors from the Four Peak races came to wipe out the Yanji Continent. Unable to resist, the Yanji tribe eventually hid their treasures in various sacred towers and used them as shelters. However, most of the sacred towers were eventually seized by various races, despite their highly concealed locations. According to information obtained by the human race, more than 10 sacred towers that were previously discovered have been emptied. In the end, much of the treasure has been taken by the invaders. As for the sacred tower located in the most hidden place, it still cannot be found, even by warriors with detection abilities at the Universe Venerable level. Whether it is the location or the method to open the hidden sacred tower, everything remains unknown. Since there is no information available, Luo Feng will continue to explore the Yanji Continent. He is certain that clues leading to the hidden sacred tower will eventually emerge, sooner or later.
巨塔的具体位置，
继续深入大陆，
位置与开启方式也尚不知晓。
总会找到新的祭塔宝藏线。
Next, we will move on to the machine race ship with Siwei-Ka. At that time, he had already obtained 3 unknown tokens that his lord had asked him to collect. He is now chasing the demon race, who possessed one of the tokens. Once he has collected all 6 tokens, his mission will be complete, and he will be promoted to the rank of Immortal King. In his pursuit, Siwei-Ka discovered a third party attacking his prey. Who was this intruder? And of course, it was Luo Feng who is attacking the demon race. Without wasting any time, Luo Feng immediately used the Bright Moon technique, the first move of the Milky Way across the sky. By the way, this technique has a total of 3 forms, and Luo Feng has only mastered one so far, called Bright Moon. This time, Luo Feng used this sword technique to defeat 2 members of the Chu Shi race and the demon race. However, in the midst of the battle, laser shots suddenly rained down from the sky, shattering the demon race's bodies. Meanwhile, Luo Feng managed to survive by using the Beast God armament shield. After the attack, Luo Feng was still unaware of what had just happened. However, before leaving the area, Luo Feng did not forget to collect the loot dropped by the demon race corpses, among which was the token sought after by Siwei-Ka. Upon looking up at the sky, it became clear that the attack had been carried out by the machine race. Since Luo Feng's detectors showed no signs of the 9 ships now visible in the sky, it meant that the ships were using camouflage devices. This also indicated that the enemy's equipment was far more advanced than what Luo Feng possessed. The enemy's strength might be at the level of an immortal king, Babata said. Siwei-Ka, who had launched the surprise attack earlier, did not expect that the enemy, who was still at the World Master level, did not die after being hit by his attack. Since Luo Feng could not detect the enemy's presence, continuing the fight would not be advantageous for him. Therefore, Luo Feng intended to retreat first. However, Siwei-Ka did not allow Luo Feng to escape so easily. The hatches of the 9 machine race ship began to open, along with the activation of 1 million automaton puppets inside each ship, totaling 9 million automaton puppets. Upon seeing the sky filled with countless automaton puppets, Babata felt terrified, as the automaton puppets that appeared were at the F9 level, possessing strength equivalent to that of an immortal lord. The 9 million puppets were estimated to be worth 90 million hunyuan. It could be concluded that the machine race attacking Luo Feng was likely a wealthy one. From a distance, 1 million automaton puppets unleashed a combined attack, forming a deadly laser beam. Upon seeing the sky filled with countless automaton puppets, Babata felt terrified, as the automaton puppets that appeared were at the F9 level, possessing strength equivalent to that of an immortal lord. The 9 million puppets were estimated to be worth 90 million hunyuan. It could be concluded that the machine race attacking Luo Feng was likely a wealthy one. From a distance, 1 million automaton puppets unleashed a combined attack, forming a deadly laser beam. When Luo Feng kept the item his enemy wanted, Siwei Ka demanded the token immediately. Upon hearing this, Luo Feng believed that the item he had just obtained was likely the key to acquiring a mysterious treasure. He also felt suspicious of his enemy, who seemed unwilling to let him leave easily and continued to launch deadly attacks. There were 9 million F9 puppets in the sky, forming a circular formation. No matter which direction Luo Feng moved, the enemies would follow suit to maintain their distance from the target, which could be attacked at any time. As puppets, they move flexibly and dynamically. Luo Feng, who has been constantly dodging long-range attacks, begins to grow frustrated, feeling that the method used by the machine race is cowardly, as the enemies do not allow Luo Feng any opportunity to get close and engage in direct combat. On the other hand, after launching periodic attacks, Siwei Ka was stunned to find that Luo Feng had not been hit by any of them, even though Luo Feng was still at the World Master level. In fact, each of the puppet's attacks was powerful enough to knock down an Immortal warrior Marquis, further proving that Luo Feng was no ordinary World Master. Therefore, from this point onward, Siwei Ka took things more seriously. He slightly altered his attack style, causing the automaton puppets to move and close in on Luo Feng, narrowing the distance between them as if forming a cage to trap him in place. Ultimately, the puppets unleashed another barrage of combined attacks. This time, Luo Feng found it difficult to avoid every combined laser attack from the puppets due to their increasingly close attack range and his limited movements. Realizing that the target had not yet fallen, Siwei Ka ordered his automaton puppets to switch to flame mode, where 9 million automaton puppets attacked with crescent-shaped swords imbued with the power of fire. It was a terrifying attack, and Siwei Ka was confident that it would lead him to victory. As Luo Feng was engulfed in the explosion, sudden attacks emerged, instantly splitting the automaton puppets apart. The attacks came from the flapping wings of the golden-horned behemoth. The powerful monster began to rampage, moving to tear the automaton puppets apart. Siwei Ka was once again amazed by Luo Feng's ability to make the Silver Wing King his bodyguard. Who exactly is this world master? Siwei Ka wondered. Rather than suffer more losses, Siwei Ka ordered his puppet troops to retreat. The golden-horned behemoth, refusing to let the situation go, moved faster and attacked brutally, causing many F9-level automaton puppets to split apart. The most important thing from the battle was that Luo Feng did not waste the body of the automaton puppet he had defeated. He then placed the damaged automaton puppet's body into his storage space. This was what began to worry Siwei Ka. The golden-horned behemoth tried to fight back, but its body was instantly trapped in a cage that restricted its movement. When the golden-horned behemoth used the 3-resonance movement technique, it moved so quickly that it could dodge every attack while continuing to attack and trap the automaton puppets. In the end, Siwei Ka became even more anxious. Once again, Siwei Ka was stung by Luo Feng's combat prowess. He hadn't expected that even the peak-level F-rank automaton puppets were strong enough, but they were instantly defeated in a single attack by the golden-horned behemoth. Meanwhile, inside his storage room, Babata and Atuka looked delighted upon seeing the mountain of automaton puppets. Although the puppets were damaged, their spare parts could still fetch dozens of Hu Yuan per unit if sold. Not only did he take his prey, but Luo Feng also took a large number of Siwei Ka's automaton puppets. This made him extremely angry, and Siwei Ka would take serious measures to deal with Luo Feng this time. This time, the machine race would use a terrifying weapon specially made by its lord for him, called the 9 Absolute God Country. The main ship used by Siwei Ka released waves of purple light, which then connected with the 9 machine ships that were attacking Luo Feng before finally imprisoning the golden-horned behemoth's body inside a vast purple cube. Inside the 9 Absolute God Country, the golden-horned behemoth faced 81 automaton puppets of different shapes and sizes, whose power was probably equal to that of an immortal king. Siwei Ka felt that the golden-horned behemoth would die honorably, because the monster would die inside the 9 Absolute God Country, which was his trump card and had only been used once before. Luo Feng realized that he would be at a disadvantage if he fought against the 81 powerful automaton puppets, which immediately launched destructive attacks upon appearing. Seeing that the golden-horned monster had no chance of winning, Luo Feng decided to first find a way to escape from the 9 Absolute God Country, which was trying to trap him. The golden-horned behemoth, which was trying to escape and find an exit, began to slow down as it became entangled by purple ropes coming from various areas of the room's walls. When the monster was completely immobilized, the automaton puppets seized the opportunity to attack. They gathered together, forming a combined assault, moving in a circular pattern like sharp gears trying to apply pressure to the enemy's body. The attack is quite powerful, though the damage is reduced by Shiwu's wings and silver armor. The impact of the combined attack still feels painful, just like when the golden-horned behemoth was still naked and hadn't donned its silver armor. Not only that, inside, the golden-horned behemoth now resembles meat about to be ground into mincemeat by a meat grinder. It can be seen that the gears of the automaton puppet are trapping the golden-horned behemoth's body, which is now activating its domain power as protection. This method is used because Luo Feng is currently unsure of how to escape the enemy's trap. Well, regardless, Luo Feng must now hold on. He is confident that the enemy's attack method is draining a lot of energy and will soon come to an end. And sure enough, when Luo Feng senses that the enemy's grinding power is weakening, that is when he finds an opening to activate his inner world. After a long time, the moment of opportunity finally arrived for Luo Feng's insect race army to take action. This time, Luo Feng asked Irina to lead the 1 million king tiger beetles tasked with attacking the enemy's pyramid ship and destroying the purple chamber restraining the golden-horned behemoth. The insects' attack from a distance seemed capable of defeating some of the enemy's puppets. But would that be enough to destroy Siwei Ka's 9 Absolute God Country? Alright, let's wait and see in the next episode, guys. Okay, thank you for watching until the end, and don't forget to support this channel with likes, subscribe, and comments. That's all from me. Bye.